What's going on, guys? You probably just heard my wife with the boom, 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 boom. But we're on the way to Philadelphia for a yearly client, an annual client, but it's the third time I was working with them.
You got the best assistant in the land.
Sure do. So we just took a quick stop after somebody needed to use the bathroom after 2 hours of riding. But we're going to Philly. Got, I think, about pretty close to 8 hours left. As you can see, we're packed down in here pretty good. So all the gear, a 1 week, well, 4-day conference, photography, video, AV, sound, all of that good stuff. So we're doing it all for them. You'll see some pictures. Hopefully this video will get posted if we actually put something together. Usually when I start to work, I forget about videos, so hopefully we'll get a full video. So we're gonna start a journey about 8 hours ago. Anything else?
Catch y'all in Philly.
All right, if we remember to record. All right, see you until then. All right, so we just got done with the third day of the conference. I'm gonna do a quick run through of the equipment before I start breaking it down. We're pretty much done with this part of it. I definitely forgot to do a video as I was setting it up, so here's the aftermath of everything. All right, so of course the heart of it all, ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. Only running really 4 channels. 4 channels, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm counting that right. 4 channels. I was going to use the Hyperdeck, but things didn't pan out and work like they should have, so I didn't use it. Multi-view, of course, as you can see, 2 camera sources, monitoring audio, super source. Didn't use this, I just went straight into the computer. You will see it, I went in as a webcam. But a media player, and then these were my 2 presentation feeds from the laptop. This presentation 1 feed was what we was running back here, the tech booth. The presentation 2 is if anybody used their laptop up at the podium. We did have 1 person who did that, so that was the brains, the heart of it all. Just right here is my old Zoom as a backup. From there, I did capture the capture each address on the SSD drive, Samsung SSD drive. So that's what that is there for. Switch over to the mixer iPad. I was handling controlling the Behringer XR18 with the iPad. This Zoom F3 is for a backup recording. This right here is just a power bank for the recorder. The heart of audio, that was the Behringer XR18. 4 channel, 4 mic channels, 2 handhelds, 2 lives. Of course, audio from the presentation computer, outputs and everything. The microphone kit I did use is the Phenyx Pro. Does very well. I got the combo with the handheld and the battery in the body pack. Same with the Sennheiser, the battery pack. I did rent these 2. I just wanted to kind of test them against each other. Really enough, the Phenyx Pro, we use the Phenyx Pro handheld mostly. The Sennheiser, we use the body pack for that because it just sounded better than the Phenyx Pro. So that's the Sennheiser box. I did use the Rode mics for some other things. That's why I was plugged into the mixer like that. Just your standard clicker for presentations. Because I don't have a video hub, I had to use these duplicators. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 duplicators pretty much. Video Hub would have plugged everything into the Video Hub and then routed it like I wanted to, but I don't have that, so I had to use these. And then I have the switcher. This switcher went straight to the projector, so I control 3 channels from this switcher. And the only thing I don't like about it is when you switching channels, the screen like blacks out for like 2 to 3 seconds, and then the picture will come up. That's the only thing I don't like about using a switcher like this. I wish I had a video freezer, and then while I swap video sources, I can unfreeze and the regular source will be back up. But it is what it is. You make it happen. So I talked about the mics. So got cameras here, FX30, A7 IV. For this particular conference, we were doing videography and photography. So we did photography with the A7 IV, video with the FX30. Of course, all Sony, kind of like Sony fam over here. For lenses, we use mostly this Sigma 24-70 and the Tamron, what is this? Tamron 70-180. I guess you can see that better. So Sigma 24-70, Tamron 70-180. Those were perfect. My wife took majority of the pictures. Pictures came out amazing. I did most of the video. It was a little less than amazing. Let me stop. It's kind of my little trash corner, but let's go to the back of the ATEM. So the back of the ATEM, it is messy. I had to like rewire everything at the last minute because it wasn't working like it should have. But one video feed is coming through the Hollyland transmitter, and that's simply because I didn't have an additional HDMI cable that would reach to the back of the box, because I had some HDMI cables that was failing on me. So let's move on to the heart, I guess the second heart. Right here we have, this was like the streaming area, and so I handle all the stream feeds right here in this area. Any extra additional work we needed to do, footage transfer, it all kind of happened in this area. I did, from the ATEM, I did use the Stream Deck to change sources and put other bots in places, and so that controlled the actual live stream. We live streamed to Facebook and YouTube. Of course the stream's down now because we're done, but we streamed those through StreamYard this time. Sometimes I use Caster, but I did StreamYard this time. Fairly easy. They had some issues with Facebook. Not too many issues with the stream going to YouTube, but Facebook did present a few problems at the beginning, but we figured them out. So this hub, you know, of course, it's just a docking station pretty much. So what I did was, to get the main video feed into StreamYard, I just went through the Camlink 4K into here as a webcam feed, and then I got basically a 2-monitor setup, as you can see. This monitor over here, this was a backup feed for the projector. It's a backup feed just in case we needed to work on some slides on the presentation laptop. We'll just put one of these slides up as a whole slide, and that was like channel 3 on the switcher. So as you can see, I'll give you a little closer look. Just went through some of them. You know, we two box press. We kind of stayed in that look, and if you look over here, you know, that's the two box press look. I know the quality ain't so good, but that's two box press look. We did go to some two box crops as we was having different discussions. You can kind of see the room, different discussions. So I'll link where I got this download from. I don't know if it's still available. I know the guy name was Brandon on YouTube. I think his YouTube channel now is Production Mastery, but don't hold me to that. Where I did get it was A to Z Productions. And so that's the streaming station. Right here was presentation 1 station. So slides, video, anything that we received from the presenters early, we did it here. We handled the slides. Anything that you saw on this screen would be mimicked up here. This was in channel 1 of the switcher over here, of the HDMI switcher. It was in channel 1. Here's my little remote that I used. Channel 1, 2, 3, 4. It just switched what was on there. So I gave you a quick. If I went to presentation 3, now you can see how long it takes. Switch over. And that's this screen right here. So if I go back to 1 on here, it'll take me to presentation 1. Click, screen go out, screen come in, boom, and we're there. So you can imagine how long that took during the actual conference. But anyway, we have audio coming out of here, running back. That's the blue and red cord over there, audio cable. 3.5 millimeter to a dual XLR Y splitter. We do have the Belkin dongle here. This is where my HDMI sources got screwed, so I couldn't use my HyperDeck for some reason. Now I set this up back at home and everything worked perfect to where I can use the HyperDeck for recording. But when I got here, for some reason this didn't work like it did at the house. Whatever, I just had to use another splitter to go to the back. So that's why I couldn't record on the HDMI. That's why I couldn't record on the HyperDeck. Bummer, but you make it happen. So I got this plugged in right with the USB-C. This one is basically going to the splitter. One is going to the ATEM box. The other is going to this screen to duplicate each other. So that's that. My 2 camera setup. We was back here in the corner. This room is it's not wide, so we couldn't put them at the back because it just wasn't enough space for the cameras and the tables. But 2 camera shot. This was always the tight shot. This was always the wide shot. When we did Q&A, we kind of went back and forth to the audience. I don't know if I can actually get that. As you can see, went back and forth to the audience as they were asking their questions. Lived off V mounts. They did. Let me see if I can go around the other way. Yeah, so lived off V mounts. They did their thing, as V mounts do. This HDMI transmitter. Went with 2 Sony A6400s. Keeping it simple for this. It wasn't nothing massive. Right here we got the Tamron 17-70, and then here we have the Tamron, another Tamron 70 to 180. Perfect mics. Perfect for this event. Deity mics on top as scratch audio for that, because we did record internally in camera. We did record the SD cards. As you can see, these my boxes. I got to pack them up, ship a few things back to Lens Rentals, so we'll be doing that tonight. Audio wise, of course, I run with my Alto Professionals 10-inch speakers. Got 2 in here. They did very well. Client logo. So just 2, and I did run I didn't daisy chain them. I did run both of them left, right, main, left, right. All right, for presenters, if they brought their laptop, they could plug in right here. HDMI is going back to channel, I think this HDMI was going back to channel like 4 on the board, something like that. I did have an audio cable up here. Here's my audio cable if they needed to plug in audio. Sometimes HDMIs can act a little funny when it comes to audio and how it sounds in the room. So got that squared and situated. This projector is a 6,000 lumen projector. It's a Epson. I've used it many times. It's bright enough for most rooms that you'll be in for a conference. We kind of had to make do with this little stand. We didn't have a really steady stand, but we got through it. Sometimes some people kind of bump it with their purse or something and kind of twist it, but we made it. Another conference, another 3-day conference, and shoot, we done. In Philadelphia, about to head back to South Carolina Friday. We got a small part to do tomorrow, but other buildings, other facilities will be kind of managing AV for me. And so here's a quick view of everything. Had my little speaker while I was setting up battery bank down here, the EcoFlow battery bank. EcoFlow is, I haven't tried many, but EcoFlow is very good when it comes to battery banks, charging stations. This one has worked well for me. This speaker right here, I literally ordered it for one specific use and didn't even use it, but it sounds good. It's an iron little speaker. In reality, I should have used it, but it's okay. I checked the footage and it sounds fine. So of course I'm gonna give you one more quick look through. This is how we looked over here and tucked off. My wife was helping me out on this one. She did an amazing job. I mentioned that earlier. So that's it for this conference this year around. I'm gonna go ahead and break all this stuff down, get it packed in, prepare to ship stuff to FedEx, and call it a night after that. So if you're looking for AV services, it's up. All right, that's everything, man. That's everything. That is it. So I'm gonna go ahead and break down. Catch y'all on the next one.